I think you become a better CEO not by being perfect, but by being willing to face into your own mistakes and get better and learn from them and prepare the whole organization. We're the biggest infrastructure technology company in the world, and those businesses have a lot of interplay. Technology, globalization, customer interface, things like that. You can create things, when you're in a company like ours, and you're crazy if you don't try to drive that kind of creation at the same time. It's good for employees, it's good for investors, it's good for customers. And the CEOs I admire are ones that can go, play at every altitude almost in the same day and know how. I haven't done every job at GE, but I know how every job gets done, and I respect the people that do the work. My predecessor, who I have immense respect for, was voted the finest manager for the last 100 years by Fortune magazine. So you sit there and say, this is a task in of itself. But I think what happened, and I don't know that this was a bad thing in general, but you had 9/11, Enron, and the tech bubble burst. Those things all happened more or less at the same time. And I think in some ways it made it more comfortable for me to run the company in a different way. In fact, almost necessary. So really inside the company, I've never had to worry about GE team saying this is the way we used to do it. I think everybody looked forward, and that's a good part about culture. It was a good part about our team. Is that, I always had to fight for myself in the public, but I never had to do that inside the company. And then I think for all of us as leaders, it's just being true to yourself. If you like your company, your team, if you're curious about the way the world's going to work, if you really believe in the power of business to do good things, being CEO of GE is just about the best job.
Yeah.
It's just about the best job in the world.
And how have you thought about that 140-year-old company and a digital world?
Technology is always key. So it's not just knowing how to make great jet engines or great gas turbines. We have to add technology around sensors, software, analytics, and that's capital and people. So it's investing the capital, but it's also recruiting people from outside the company that can come in and help us change. So that's on the technical side. And then I think companies get in trouble when they're not adventurous from a business model standpoint.
Let's just, again, go off piste a bit. So you're a mad NFL person, played at Dartmouth, but you told me you support 3 teams.
Yeah.
That's worse than me. I switched teams, but...
Yeah. I know this is politically incorrect in the world we live in today, but I think sports matter, right? In other words, I hate to say this, but I do think what you learn in terms of competitiveness and teamwork and resiliency and failure in sports actually do help create people that are good in business, good in society, good parents, good teachers. And therefore, I think sports matter.